We are going to deep dive and dissect your psychological to stay at the forefront of your emotional state. And so I already pulled a couple of cards, and for the second time this week, I pulled radical self actualization. And I really do feel like we're in a time right now where we are being confronted with our inner philosophy and developing a connection to source in ways we never have before, and really diving deep into research, maybe even potentially doing research on things that, before didn't make a lot of sense, but now it's like every man must seek and find on their own through their sovereignty. That's really what the twin flame journey is it's radical self-actualization, something that you become confronted with because it really does. It's like dissecting yourself. Like, what are the words that you use? What are the thoughts that you have? What's lingering in the background? What have I been told? Is this real? Like, that is all the things that start to happen, all the questions that start to come in when you start moving into the raw authenticity of your sovereignty and really radically examining what it is you are. What do you own? What clothes do you wear? Why am I this? Why am I that? How do I identify? First off, you don't have an identity. You're a nobody. You are only that which you embody through frequency. You can tell me all day that you're this magnificent being, but if you aren't embodying that frequency, it's not taking hold. It's not being embraced. It's like people who are like, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Why can't you see me this way? It's because the integration hasn't happened. You haven't alchemized the two from past, present, and future. So radical self-actualization is the integration of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Past, present, future all become one whole individual, vibrating at the frequency of authenticity. Okay? So the next card I pulled was trine symbolism. And whenever I pull an aspect that is collective, I like to identify that as a potential collective influence. And right now, the energy is saying effortless, harmonious flow. Two planets are bringing out the best in each other. So we can see already the polarity and dynamics, not to mention or label or define, but currently we have spirit and matter, love and will, in and out, dark and light. The polarities are what enhance each other to grow. The conflict is the catalyst for growth. Opposition is the catalyst of growth. And if I can give you any golden nugget today, it's not about what you believe. Throw out your belief system. I always said, I am right here, right now in this moment. And what I'm experiencing right here, right now in this moment is basically my belief system. I believe in what I am actively participating in. I believe in what I'm actively live and in action experiencing right here, right now, in this moment. Really cutting through the illusion of what reality and fantasy are. We want the fantasy. Like, I want to live in my bliss and my own thought forms and my own fairy dust sprinkling forest. But I also understand that I'm part of a world. I'm part of a reality. And I can be that in my magical mind. But in the physical reality, how does that translate? I'm not going to tell you that I think I'm a magical fairy in a forest. You don't care. You can't see my magical forest with me being a magical fairy. But what you do get is my beautiful, authentic vibrational frequency, because I'm not trying to form myself to physical reality, but I am influencing it with my magic. But I'm well discerned. I understand the difference between thought and action. Thought is just a thought. Action is physical reality. So effortless, 2 planets coming together, beautiful. And then we've got Jupiter's symbolism. Of course, we are in such an expansive time. Our minds are exploding with new information and possibility. So self-reliance, self-responsibility, massive expansion. That's what Jupiter symbolism is. And we are doing that collectively. But the only responsibility that you have is to focus on what you're doing in your world. How are you doing what you do? Don't pay attention to what everybody else is doing. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Then I pulled T symbolism. I pulled a whole bunch of, ideas here. So, prompts action. High degree of motivation to succeed in this area. Unwillingness to accept anything less than what is wanted. Offers frustration as well as opportunity to excel in unprecedented ways. The key thing about the T-square is that the planets primarily fall in the fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. The chart is dominant in the characteristics of fixed signs, which means one can be quite focused and single-minded in their pursuits. They deeply value feeling authenticity, connected to themselves, and being in touch with their own preferences. They are happy to work calmly with perseverance toward their goals. Their insurmountability, that's a big one, insurmountability does not intimidate them, but they are not interested in taking shortcuts in a way that violates their integrity. And I did just make a video about first impressions and truth within the details, right? Because we have words and dialogue, and you can take phrases and you can switch words around, and the phrase can mean something completely different. So it is very important that you clear out the clutter. No need for any of the clutter. Just smooth sailing. Stay focused on you, because it only does take one person to influence the masses, as you have seen clearly in our current events. So you, as an individual, have the authority and the ability to do that, but not without the sacred fires. You have to walk the sacred fires. And does that mean suffering? No. It just means research, expansion, tapping into your potential, understanding yourself. It's fun. The sacred fires are fun. Did I have fun? Maybe not. Maybe didn't have a mentor. Had to sort of go it alone. But we're not there anymore. Now, all we got to do is dial a number. Commit. Make the decision to step into a fully committed relationship with self-actualization. And then it just happens. Okay, last card for archetype. Direction Guardian. So there you go. Choose your path. And it must be your path. What's that look like? How do you know? You don't know what you don't know until you know. I love you guys.